Hi everyone, I'm Leena from Simple Life, and I'm really glad to introduce you to a person who is spiritually aligned. With ourselves at our roots in spirituality, we always try to introduce to such people so that you get inspired in your life and get aligned to your true self. So let's welcome Gaurav Sharma, who's a writer who derives all his inspiration and his source of writing from a divine source. And let's hear from his own mouth what is his story and how has his spiritual journey been so far till now. Hi Gaurav, welcome to Simple Life.
Hi, Lina. Thank you. It's an honor to be part of your show.
Same
And
here.
whatever you're going to ask, I'm going to try it, give my best.
Okay, Gaurav, the first question which goes to you because uh, there's one thing about you which I really liked. You said that you do not write, or you have never read any of the authors, right? But you derive it from some internal source, all your writings through your own inspiration. So it's copyright Gaurav, I must say. So it's all original what you write. So tell me something, when did you discover your passion for writing? Because it all started somewhere. Were you a child when it all began, or you discovered this later in your life?
In 2016, I discovered my passion for writing. As a kid, like other kids, I too want to be a doctor.
Okay.
But Lina, you would be surprised to know that when at the age of 12 years, I just wrote my first fiction novel casually. And I never knew that it is going to be my destiny. I have to be a writer in upcoming period. But as someone says that it's in your genes and you can see it from childhood that what ignites in you, and it was writing. I never knew it. I came to know when I was in 2016. In 2004 I completed my graduation. Then I joined academic institutes and started preparing notes for them as a personality development teacher. And in free time I used to write fictional books. And as uh, I came to know my flair of writing, I just decided that I'm going to devote my life to writing and just work part time as a personality development teacher in my speaking career.
Great. So, can we say in a way that in 2016 you took up writing as the purpose of your life because you said that you just
Yes, absolutely.
okay,
2016, I have decided that it's going to be a purpose of living, reason for living,
okay. So
because it
now,
gives me immense happiness and pleasure while writing.
oh, great. So I see there are a lot of people who talk about purpose of life, and definitely there is one factor which is very common that you have the passion definitely is there, but then it gives you reason for living, as you said. So how would you define purpose of life?
Purpose, anything which gives you happiness while doing it, and it serves you constructively and mankind constructively, is in reality your purpose of living, and you must follow it. It's like calling from heart that you should follow it. And once you are going to recognize your purpose of living, you can get tremendous growth in your life by following it.
Okay.
Everyone knows that his purpose is different, but what all matters is the required will that is going to achieve that purpose.
Very true, very true. Because the will is something which is really required. Discovering a purpose is one thing, but then, having that much determination, what you would say, and the will, I think it all falls in place when you discover the purpose of life. It becomes easier. Then it doesn't seem to be like struggling for something because you enjoy being, doing that work of yours. I personally believe that thing because
Yes.
purpose is something when you start enjoying, and then the struggle doesn't seem struggle. Even you are, up till late at night or whatever time you're asked to do that particular job which you like, you're always ready for it, isn't it?
Yes, you are
I
absolutely correct.
Yeah. So I also heard about your vision of life offline. We discussed on this thing, and I was taken aback. How come, a person who's coming from a small, uh, not even city, I would say, you live in a district, right? And you have such a huge vision. Although yes, there is no if and buts to anybody's vision, you can have it. But the best and the beautiful part of yours, what I like was you are continuously working towards your vision. Plus, you are nourishing your vision spiritually every day, each day and each day in and out. So tell me something about your vision.
My vision is to write more than 1000 books in my lifetime. And in order to fulfill this vision, I have devoted my life to writing. And come what may, I know that I have to achieve my vision. It gives me immense happiness. I have made a blueprint of more than 1000 books, and
Uh,
on the topics what I have to write, how many chapters would be there, how many pages would be there, each and everything has been drafted. It took almost 4 years of time in order to draft all these things, and now I'm just on the way in order to complete it.
Bang on. Awesome takeaway, I think, for me and for everybody who's listening to this. Vision is something which is makes you complete, give you a complete sense, and it is not just there in the imagination. When you put it in the writing, or you said that you have a blueprint, and exactly, I mean, how can somebody be so very accurate? How many pages you have to write in a book. That's what surprising it is. How many books, and defining so very clearly how many pages are going to be there in the book is something which is really
How
surprising.
many
So
chapters and how
how many
many
chapters?
chapter,
Okay.
how many pages would be in one chapter, each and everything I have written.
Very, very good. Awesome. I think that makes when your plan is very clear, it becomes easier to have access to it, and then you go step by step. Until the plan is not there, you're blank. It takes time. I think it begins like this only, and it took. But one point which I want everybody to note here is, Gaurav himself said it took him 4 years, right? 4 years to
Yes.
draft that whole thing. So all those who are there and on their journey, please do not be taken swayed away, or maybe if sometimes you may feel low. But it took him 4 years, but his dedication towards his work, towards his passion, towards his purpose was so much that he finally was able to draft something so beautiful as he just told. Thank you, Gaurav. This is really a big takeaway for all of us, in fact, for me as well. So I also, have one question. You always write with a pen name, which is not Gaurav Sharma. That is Gaurang. So what is the reason behind it?
Honestly, Lina, I was expecting this question, and I
Okay.
really want to answer this question honestly so that it's going to reveal my spiritual side to the audience. Actually, I am devotee of Lord Gorang, and through his eternal blessings, I'm able to know my purpose of living and draft such a huge vision. So, as a token of thanks, I have devoted my entire work to Lord Gorang and decided to write with the pen name Gorang. That's how Gaurav Sharma became Gorang.
So what I'm going to do, Gaurav, that was a beautiful explanation because it's surrendering your work. I'll uh, put it like this, because when you surrender your work and you just let go the things, because you're not waiting for the outcome ki abhi ho jaye. What I really loved in the beginning when you mentioned that you have devoted your whole lifetime to complete this vision. This word is also a very big thing to catch up, if somebody can actually take away from you also this learning, because now you have not set any bars like by 15 years 20 years, because what happens when you set bars, according to me, maybe people will agree or not, you are indirectly telling the divine, this is I who's doing it. And when you just don't set any bars, you let the divine work through you and let the things happen. So that is a very beautiful learning which you have said. And I will be calling and addressing you Gaurang from now forth. Reason I want to give energy, I believe in energy and vibes to your vision. And if you have a vision with the name Gaurang, so I would like to add on to your energy levels and your visions with a little contribution
It
from
would
my
be an
side.
honor.
Yeah, as Gaurang. So Gaurang, I have one more question now. See, what about you have a beautiful vision, everything is there. But how come for a child, although you have that spiritual side, people who are there, living in such limited zone, thinking that they don't have resources. Even you didn't have resources, and you come from a very middle class family where you also told me offline that you battled for your MBA degree because your parent could not afford. So at that time, you had such a big imagination. So what motivated you to have, see, having imagination is perfectly fine, but having imagination with that, you know confirmation, kind of a belief that yes, I'm going to have it, how come that came up in your mind? And how the things worked out? Was it some spiritual side of yours again helping you with that thing?
Yes, definitely. It's spiritual side of mine that is really going to keep pushing me in order to achieve my vision, worth remembering. And uh, a vision should always be realistic and achievable, because imagination in reality has no end. But if it's going to be restricted through authenticity and achievability, it can be achieved easily. And writing 1000 books in lifetime is not a big deal if you have devoted your life to writing. And I personally believe that life of visionaries start after 40.
Very true. I'll second that thing. I've experienced that thing. I've met a lot of people, and meeting you was not just by chance. And to the viewers who are listening to this, Gaurang and me connected through the vibes and energies. So, where Simple Life, I was running a campaign in Simple Life of having real life inspiring stories where we wanted to always project that side of a human nature where people can have access to. Because personally, we all are spiritual beings experiencing human forms. That's what I believe. And that's how Gaurang and we got connected. And I think we had not one, but two, three sessions before coming onto the call, because I wanted to understand his spiritual aspect and was really taken aback with the beautiful vision and the way he's going ahead with that thing. So we all believe that there is a source that makes thing happen, right, Gaurang? So it is your spiritual growth that enabled you to do what you are doing. So what's spirituality to you?
Spirituality to me means living humanity. If you are living humanity, you are spiritual. And if, in spite of doing conjurings and all these things, uh, worshipping Lord and not and living inhumane, it's not going to work. God sees that what is in his heart is that really is in vision too. And if you are going to have sense of balance, living with balance, you are going to make it happen, and that divine source is going to definitely help you to achieve your vision. Because there is nothing big for God. You have to think and you have to surrender, and it's going to be achievable. Achieve anything with God.
Right, right, very true. Because very, you said it very casually, 1,000 books is not very big deal, right? But if you ask people otherwise, the 1,000 books, it's not a joke. But you said it's very easy. Why? Because you had that belief, and the belief came from, surrendering to the divine. That's very beautifully said, because spirituality is basically being human. It is not about your rituals and all those things, but at the same time, you're worshiping, but what you're doing, in fact, day in and day out with yourself and to the people around matters a lot. I think that's law of karma is what we call it. Um, so you said that you wrote fiction book, if I'm not wrong, at the age of 12, right? So
Yes.
yes. So is it just the fiction you write? Because you talk about spirituality. What exactly do you write? What are the genres that you write on?
Currently, I write in fiction, non-fiction, quotations, poetry, and comical.
Wow, that's a huge thing, If even if I do writing, I would have to say, okay, fine, this is not, because I can only write on life, something related to life, something related to spiritual. Nothing else comes to my mind. But you're catering to all the things. Now, my question next to is, I'll catch on with that thing. You said you write in all genres, almost fiction, non-fiction. So, what is the underlying message under your writings? Because there must be some similar message around all your work.
Yes.
Yeah, what it is like.
Message is that how one should can develop personally and professionally and how one can live with fearlessness, have vision in his or her life, and understand true meaning of what liberal means, living liberal means.
Okay, catching on with that
My books
thing.
give this message.
Liberal. I'll come back to that word now. You said liberal. Liberal, do you mean to say that someone who is limitless?
You can say that who accepts each and everything that comes in the same way is called liberal. He accept that, okay, who live in present and accept change gracefully is liberal.
Okay. So that's a present moment reminder for everybody here. Because you have to be in present moment. Yes, that is one beginning, I believe, because that only brings you to awareness. Once you're aware, you can change the things around. Otherwise, you get caught up in those thoughts of, being pulled by your, past thoughts or your future. You anxiety, stress, depression comes through that thing only. So beautiful, takeaway again. Liberal defined, as you said, being in the present moment and accept things as they come in life, and from there you can change, right? So now, um, what do you think are the qualities that one requires uh, to fulfill that vision as big as yours, or maybe bigger than that?
Uh, there are many qualities, but personally, I have 5 qualities on which I have focused in order to achieve this vision. These qualities are discipline, determination, living beyond people pleasing, fearlessness, living liberal, and having a never say die attitude.
Wow. So, Gaurav, now that brings me to one question. I'm just contriving one thing. So, have you ever thought of, standing in front of the mirror and you just looked at yourself and you said, Gaurang, you are limitless. Did you have that feeling?
Yes,
No,
I have. Not in front of mirror, but from inner voice or through self-talk, I know that every human is limitless, but he or she has to recognize his or her limitlessness.
yes. No, that's why I said it's a contrived example. I'm asking you to, go and speak in front of the mirror, because I really want people to understand this. You, in fact, what you're trying to convey through your messages, what we at Simple Life are trying to convey, that yes, every human being is limitless, but as you, rightly described, correctly said that thing, you have to identify your limitless. It'll not come in mirror directly. You have to deep dive yourself inside you. So beautiful message to all the viewers and takeaways for them. One more. So how much time, you said, do you think it takes a person to fulfill one's vision? As I said earlier, also bigger than yours. Also, if somebody holds a vision bigger than yours, also.
Uh, in reality, it takes your entire life in order to live a vision worth remembering. But honestly, at least 30 years of professional work experience is required in order to live a vision.
Okay. Uh, I don't know probably how many work experience. Yeah, because experience is something that can add on to your growth. It doesn't come if all of a sudden you will get something and you'll achieve something, because experience is something which makes you grow. You learn from experience a lot. So that is correctly said, that experience is definitely one thing which has to be mastered, not mastered, in fact, take learnings. Experience is something, but you take learnings from it. Not that you have experienced something but you left it there only. If you do not take learning, that thing will keep repeating in your life
Yes.
until you learn, right? So what are your achievements so far till now?
Currently, I have wrote more than 10,000 quotations, 1,000 short stories,
Oh God.
drafted blueprint of more than 1,000 books, and written few fictional stories too,
Oh wow.
fictional books.
So where can viewers and we all can have access to your work?
On my LinkedIn page, you can see a glimpse of my work,
Okay.
and the work is not published yet because I personally believe that publishing is easy, writing is difficult. So first I should do the difficult part, writing, and then it would be published. Within next few years, my work would be published all around the globe. on both paperback and uh, online, and it will be on consistent basis, and it would be available for the mass.
Okay. Um, but Gaurang, don't you think so? Yeah, every writer who writes, goes for the publishing thing first because they want people to reach their vision or whatever. So have create their own audiences. You are doing it in a very limited manner. So how is it that you're keeping it so tight and not letting it on to the people and to the viewers? Because you said you can have glimpses on your LinkedIn ID. So, what is the reason behind you want to publish everything all together?
The reason is that uh, I have set a benchmark for myself that I have to achieve such goals in particular level of writing. I'm just completing it, and once I'm going to get satisfied, I'm still a learner, and uh, what I think that if you're going to achieve something at personal level which gives you satisfaction, that is the moment when you should just go for it. And I don't want that my one book should come within 4 months or 6 months or after a year, so that people should not remember. Yeah, Gorang book came near about 3 or 4 months late. I want that it should come on consistent basis, means at least 3 books in a month,
Wow.
regularly for at least 5 years, so that you can remember my name.
So I'm going to catch on with this thing. You know what? You're leaving a kind of what do you say? Footprints for others to follow indirectly if this is
Yes.
going to happen, because you have already planned you are not going to release any of your books until unless you make sure that in 5 years, 5 years, that means 3 books in a month's time you're looking for. That means 3,
Yes.
12, 36, 36, almost it is going to be 100 something, 10 or 15 books. Yeah, right. um, I mean, 1 month, no, 5 years you said. So that's a
Yes.
huge, huge thing. You're already planning. That means you have to complete almost around about 100 books or so, or 200 books,
It's going to be 225 books approximately.
225 books. Okay, and
So 225 books in 5 years is going to be a huge. Means when I would be 45 years, my
okay,
225 books would be released all around the globe, and I
all
think it's
together.
a huge achievement.
So, can I ask you one thing? How many books have you written so far till now? I mean, if you would like to
Uh,
share.
Currently, I have wrote more than 50 books.
Wow. You know what? I think viewers who are listening probably might be thinking, uh, may have that judgmental thought whether he is written or not. I'm telling you. But I don't
Yes.
know when I am talking about myself when I spoke to Gaurang offline when had to do the story online. Somehow, with the spiritual connection, I had a lot of questions to ask, not on the book side. I just completely believed in every word he was telling, because it was something, the values, what all he was talking about was so much there. And yes, he says that his glimpses are there, so it is very much there on the LinkedIn. Not that I went and checked, no, I never did that thing. I just somehow believed. So that belief came, I don't know from which source, but there was, as I told you, there was some energy and connection. And I really want Gaurang to go ahead with all this dream and this story which we are doing today and covering with Gaurang, his life story. I wish this really sets a benchmark for others also to, go limitless in their dreams and do it in a way which is strategically designed, planned manner also. And this planning also, what it comes automatically once you're so much aligned. Otherwise, planning also fails when you're not so much aligned. So, Gaurang, my only question to you, last question is, which is very, very important, I think, because we are all living in a physical world. So there are times when you have such a big vision, how do you stay positive all the time, or rather overcome all those negative thoughts, if there are any? I don't know whether you have any or not, or situations definitely will be there in your life, because that is something which you cannot stop from coming. So how do you overcome all those obstacles in your life?
Honestly, Lena, living a vision has no space for negativity. If you live with a vision, you can't live with a negative mindset. The moment a one single negative thought is going to come, the whole vision is going to out of reach. So there are times that sometimes I didn't get mood to write books, or the environment is not such that I can write. At that particular time, I just give myself a short break, which definitely re-energizes me, and then come again with high spirits and just complete my work. This is the all strategy I do. Means I never say that I don't have to write this particular book because ideas are not coming. I don't write particular on that day, give it a break, and then uh, this is my hidden secret which I'm sharing.
Thank you so much for
Uh,
sharing this.
I write multiple books at a time.
Multiple books at a
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You mean,
I'm going to tell you how it's going to be possible.
okay,
Suppose I want to write a fiction
right.
and thoughts are not coming. I'll just go for my quotation books. And suppose if quotation books are not going to come, I'll just write my poetry. Means
Okay,
that day would be utilized in some manner, and the zoners I am writing it,
okay,
one or another, it would be completed. Sometimes I don't want to write anything. I just go for comical books. That whatever comes in my mind, I just write it from heart, and later on check it. And even I laugh when I read all these things. Like, this is going to be very good, and it definitely gives message. So this is particular thing. This is the secret behind my success of writing all these things. Because if in particular one book I don't write, I go for another. If I don't want to write that, I go for another. So
so the flow
someday,
is on. The flow is on
yes, flow
always.
is on.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. But like you are not compromising anywhere on your writing. You know you cannot write in paragraphs. Then you put it on into quotations. And if you think nothing is coming that way, you put it in the comic style. Beautifully means your passion is so much, versatile. You have made yourself that you will not at all compromise on your passion. It has to come
Yes.
out. Your energy, this is basically, channelizing your energy and bringing it out, transmuting in such a manner which is very productive. Very beautiful. Thank you, Gaurang, for sharing this big secret, in fact, I would say, for the
Yes.
writers also who are hearing this. So
Yes,
that shows
because
your authenticity.
sometimes weather is quite pleasant, or something you think that I don't want to write, I want to write something different, then I go for poetry.
Oh, beautiful.
Then I write that particular thing. Means in some way or another, I just keep on working on my writing.
Beautiful. That is so very beautiful. So, uh, is it, I would say, kind of a legacy you're going to leave to the world through your writings?
Yes, definitely.
And what message would
A
you be leaving at the end? I like to ask with your work, what message would you be leaving to the people through your
message
writings?
would be, yes, message. I want to tell people true meaning of living fearlessness, authenticity, and being liberal. Because people actually misuse these three terms, and they can't judge that what particular term and how it can be represented. In reality, these all things can be summed up in only one word, and that is personal development. You have to develop personally, and this is what made is going to make me a personal development author.
Okay.
So my all books are going to give you a message that how you have to develop personally, because personal development is the most hardest thing a man can do. If you are going to say you have to develop personally, they will say that leave it because it requires our development at personal level. But if you are going to read my work will make you laugh, my work will make you cry. In the end, my work will teach you how to live high.
Wow. Beautifully quoted. Very nice. And love that part because it's not personality development what people are looking for. In fact, should be looking for. It's more about personal development. Once you are personally developed, that is a journey within. That is, which is very, very important. Once you develop yourself inside you, you go limitless, you go fearless, you go liberal, as you said. So yes, these are the basic traits which one should have access to in one's lifetime, because this is just one life, where, and we should all make best use of it. Thank you,
Yes.
Gaurang. Thank you so much for being with us. And I would appreciate if, in fact, I would like to leave, appreciate if you can share the link with us of your LinkedIn, so that I can also leave here in the link of my YouTube and all my social media, so that people who
Definitely, I'll
want to
do
get
that.
access,
Definitely.
yeah, who want to get
Yes,
access to your,
definitely, I'll do that.
because my work is to get the people connected to the beautiful people like you. Thank you so much. Lovely
Thank you.
having you
Thank you
here.
very much. Thank you. It's an honor being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.